Hey guys, if you want to see this look, my Evelyn Lozada inspired look from the Basketball Wives, stay tuned for more. Hey guys, so I'm back with another video, and today I'll be doing a tutorial with this look right here. And this look was actually a viewer request off of Twitter, and it is this lady right here. So if you don't know who this is Evelyn Lozada from the Basketball Wives on VH1. It's a reality show featuring basketball girlfriends, ex-wives, some wives. And Evelyn Lozada, she's become a little bit more of the star of the show, I guess. She always has pretty dramatic makeup, which is unusual because most times on TV you don't really see that. And I do like her color combinations on her eyes. I think she's very pretty. And someone tweeted those pictures to me on Twitter and asked me to do the look. So I was like, sure, why not? Because it actually reminded me of a look I had done using this palette, and it gave me an opportunity to tell you guys about it. So this is the Shimmer Fingerpaint palette. So there are a lot of 88 kind of palettes, but this one's a little bit different, so I thought it would be interesting. Shimmer contacted me, and they're an up-and-coming company, and I don't always do reviews for brand new companies because I want them to be a little bit more established. But I was like, you know, the product sounded kind of different and unusual, so I wanted to try them out, and I told them if I liked it, I would tell you guys about it. So first off, really the packaging isn't really anything fancy. I felt like the sticker is a little cheap. I told them that, and they said they're still kind of working on it. The website itself is also still really new looking, so I think they're just kind of going through the motions of their learning cycle and everything, and I will have like a complete review on my blog. The difference is that this is called a Fingerpaint palette, so it's not like the regular 88 palettes. It's actually way different. So excuse my palette because I dropped it. So it has some broken pieces. But the cool thing about this is that, well, first off, they're all shimmery, and you get a lot of colors, which I'll have swatches on my blog and pictures before it fell and broke. But it's supposed to be like a kind of a creamy, wet shadow as opposed to a regular shadow, and it's not in the cream form, but it kind of feels creamy when you put it on. So that's why it's called a finger paint palette. And they say that you don't have to use a base with this, and that it actually works better not using brushes. It works better using your fingers or a sponge tip applicator. That kind of threw me off because I'm used to using brushes, and I kind of was like, I don't know about that. But it's true in that it actually applies a lot more pigmented when you use your finger or a sponge tip applicator. I still use brushes with this look because I just need brushes in my life. I feel like it's kind of more sanitary, so I would say this is more for a person's for your own personal collection, because you don't want to be using your fingers to apply this on clients. But the payoff is amazing. Also, I really want to quick mention that I will be giving a viewer an opportunity to win a gift certificate to shimmercity.com, so you can check out the palette or whatever else is on there. There are pigments and other really cool things on there. So I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to test it out because it's a new product, a new line, and I always ask people who do send me stuff to do a giveaway, so you guys can try it too. So if you want to see the details on this giveaway, make sure to check out my blog, makeitbyrunrun.com, and I have some more information at the end of the video. But yeah, so if you want to see how I did this look, stay tuned for the tutorial. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the tutorial. I already have this eye done right here. So we're going to go ahead and do this side. So basically, what we're going to do is prime the eye. Guess what I'm using? Oh, big surprise. Stila eyeshadow base in medium. I always use this. I already did my brows just to kind of save some time. And Evelyn has, I wouldn't say they're super thin, but her brows are on the thin side. So I didn't make my brow as thick as I usually do. And I kind of shaped it with concealer. So we took the base all the way around and down. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to place the highlight color just because I don't want that to be interfered with. So I'm just going to take a Billy B large shader brush number 6, and I'm just going to take any kind of nude shadow. This one's right here, is from my Sonia Kashuk Neutral palette. Just going to, and it's going to set the concealer under my eye too. So just a light dusting. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get the lid color down. So I'm going to go to my Shimmer City Fingerpaint palette. And I'm going to get a combination of 2 golds. And I'm going to use a sponge tip brush, sponge tip applicator to get it. I'm going to take this gold right here, which is more of a yellow gold, and then this one, which is more like a champagne gold. Mix the two. First what I'm going to do is lay down the champagne gold, and I'm really going to get it on there, and I'm going to get a little bit onto the tear duct too. And we're going to go pretty much halfway, or actually 3/4 of the way over. Okay, so when you have that color down, we're going to go ahead into more of that yellow gold. Right there. And then place it right on top lightly, just to kind of make it a little bit darker. And like I said, go into the tear duct as well. Okay, so don't worry if it's not super duper neat, because we can touch it up later. So now I'm going to take another sponge tip applicator, and I'm going to go in to get this black color in the corner. There's like 3 blacks in here, so that's convenient. And you're going to take it a little bit on the tip. Now we're going to go ahead and etch out the outer V. And we're going to draw it in. Kind of harsh, but it's okay because we'll blend it. But I'm going to bring it over just a little bit more than I usually do. Almost like I'm cutting the crease. And then I'm going to go ahead and start moving it over to kind of create that outer V. And then I'm going to blend the gold and the black together, and that's what's going to give me more of that green effect on the edges. So when I'm just kind of smushing it over, keeping it really dark on the outside. And then we're going to blend it into that gold. Kind of get that green color. I'm going to add a little bit more gold to blend it all in together. Okay, do you see it? So it's kind of turning green. Okay, now I'm going to go back with some more black and just keep the black part really black. But I'm going to keep this part right here kind of green. Okay, so now we're going to take just like a shader brush. This is from Urban Decay. It came with the Naked palette. And I'm going to take a matte color to kind of help blend out the crease. Evelyn has deep set eyes. I don't, so I kind of had to fake that crease. But she did have, it seemed like she had a little bit of a blending color. So I'm going to put a little bit of this color right here, which is from my Avita trio, and maybe just a smidge of this dark brown, which is from the Sonia Kashuk palette. And I'm actually going to tap it onto a towel because I don't want a lot, and I'm going to use the brush like at its tip and really blend out just where that line is. And we're going to try not to go and spread it out too much. So I'm really just like running it between where the dark is, just to blend it out. You can take a little bit more of the color. Just again, try to tap it off on a tissue because you don't want too much of it. That will defeat the purpose. You can see the brown and the green. And then I'm going to take that fluffy Billy B brush again and get some more of a, just any highlight shade, you know, nude shade. And then I'm going to blend it out because I'm not trying to take the color too high. And I'm just going to keep repeating this process until I get it how I like it. I'm just blending it really good. I'm blending it where the brown is really good into the highlight color, but it's okay to keep it a little bit like a barrier between where the black is. Okay. So a little bit more blending right here. And then I'm going to take a shimmer color. This is from, I think this one was from my one of my Josie Marin I Love You palettes. And this is it has a nice fine shimmer to it, so it's going to add a little jazziness to the brow bone without it being obvious. Okay, see? And then I'm going to go ahead and just be a little bit OCD and take a blender brush with that brown right here and just kind of blend it, because I just am OCD about blending. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit more black from the Shimmer City palette. Take a little bit of black and deepen out this part. And I'm going to not try to blend out up here too much, because I spent a lot of time blending that already. Okay. Get the same brush and just lightly blend out that line. Okay. Now we're going to go on to the lower lash line. I'm just going to take a black kohl pencil from MAC. This is Feline. Get the inner part right here. Get the waterline. A little bit onto the lower lash line on the outer part. And then I'm going to take more of the black from the Shimmer City palette. And I'm just going to get it onto this part right here to set it. And it's she had hers a little bit thick. So I'm going to make it a little bit thick. And kind of round it up to like the cat eye shape. And then on the lower half, she had like some gold, some of that gold, but it was a little bit more subtle, so I actually had some fallout, which I'm just going to kind of blend in a little bit more. And then you can just take a Q-tip. I'm using a little bit of this hydrating eye stuff. Anything will do just to get it a little wet, and then I'm just going to clean it up. Then add just a tiny bit more eyebrow. Okay, now let's do the top liner. I'm going to take a gel liner. This is the Jane Mineral Gel Liner in black. And a little Bobbi Brown Ultrafine Eyeliner brush. And I'm going to basically line like normal. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because I'm going to actually go ahead and smudge it. So I'm not taking the liner too high. Now I'm going to go back with my little spongy brush with a little bit of black, and then I'm going to smoke it out. Okay. Now we're going to apply lashes. I am going to apply these Stardale Lash. Same thing as Red Cherry. They're all the same. This is number 43. Wispy Lash. So I'm going to pop these on and be right back. Okay, so the lash is on. I'm just going to take this little shader brush that I used earlier, and I'm just going to kind of bring the color a little bit more into the socket, just to kind of simulate Evelyn's more deeper sockets, and then blend it out. Okay, so the eyes are pretty much done. I went in and I tight lined on the top just to kind of thicken it out. So now we can do her skin. Oops. Her skin is pretty natural. I don't think she wears like very, very thick foundation. So I'm going to kind of keep it dewy. I'm going to use some Yabby foundations, because I don't use those all that much. I'm going to use, let's see, I have like a bunch of the colors. So I'm going to use Custard in the middle to highlight. Then I'm going to use Pecan the outside to kind of get more of my real tone. And I'm going to let's go ahead and use this Hot Fudge to contour. And I'm just going to use a Billy B foundation brush. I'm going to wet it with a little bit of this eye cream I have because I don't have Fix Plus handy. Okay, so I'm going to take it and just kind of paint it on as a highlight. And it's very skin-like, so it's not really too thick. So it kind of blends in, but it will give me that highlighted look. Okay, we'll blend that out more later. Now let's take this pecan, and these aren't really my exact shades, but make them work. So I got a little pecan, and then we're just gonna go around. Take the darkest shade, Hot Fudge, and I'm just going to do a little bit of contouring with it. Because it definitely seems like Evelyn has some contour action. And I'm using the liquid foundation because I still want to keep the dewiness that she always has. Okay, so now to blend everything in, I'm just going to use like my Sigma flat top brush and blend everything in. So it's natural. It's a natural kind of foundation, and I'm just gonna set it real quick with just a little bit of my Eve Pearl powder. You can use whatever. This is all I have handy. I would probably actually use a translucent, I don't want to change the color too much. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more of the contour back because it seems like she really sometimes gets a lot of cheek contour. So I'm going to add that back with MAC Blunt Blush. Okay, and then for the cheeks I'm going to use more of a tan, kind of orangey brown thing. This is my MAC Pearl Matte Face Powder. And she has a good amount of it on, so I'm going to really get a lot on. And I'm going up at a diagonal. So now we're going to go ahead and do the lips. She has like a pinky glossy lip on. So I'm just going to take Subculture Lip Pencil by MAC. I'm just going to fill in my lips all the way and kind of lighten them up. And she's got a fuller upper lip, so I'm going to take a little bit of the darker pencil, the Nude Truffle from NYX, and I'm going to just kind of connect the line so it's like a little bit more fuller on top like hers. Okay, and then we're just going to go for a pink gloss. I'm going to use Natural from NYX because it's kind of got that pinky thing. So to make the lips a little bit frostier, I'm going to take this Stila Lip Glaze and Brown Sugar because it has more of a shimmer to it than a overall glossy. And that's pretty much it. So this is my Evelyn Lozada inspired look. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. You can check out the palette at shimmercity.com. And I will have the giveaway details on my blog. Basically, it's open to anyone in the US, and just leave a comment on my blog telling me why you want to win the palette, and one of you will get a $20 gift certificate to use on anything in the store. So thank you to Shimmer City for sending me this palette. And yeah, check out makeupbyrenderin.com for all the details about the giveaway, a post with pictures and products used. And until next time, have a great night. Ciao, Bellas.